Is that a dance move, Hams?
No, man, I just had to do something just to get the awkwardness away.
Alright.
It's week 4, you still have awkwardness? Come on now.
Yo, Hams and Yusuf's going hard on each other before the show started, man.
I have more fans than you, stop playing.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's get this straight right now, alright? Who got more fans, Hamza T or Yusuf T? We need you out to comment below. If you support Hamza, put hashtag Hamza. If you support Yusuf, hashtag Yusuf. Actually, I'm sorry, let's change this up. If you support Hamza, put hashtag Teeth. I'm joking. Welcome everybody to episode 4 of The Movement. We got another show lined up for you today. We are looking forward to it. We really do enjoy these shows. As long as we are here and we are able to make it, we will continue to deliver shows as much as we can, and we appreciate it. Welcome back, fellas. We got Hamza in the building. We got Ali in the building. We also have Zach in the building, and then we also have Yusuf in the building as well. We are back. Like I said, it is episode 4. Today we are going to be talking about the impact COVID-19 has had on our lives in terms of sports, school, just everyday life. Everyday life, so we're definitely looking forward to that as well. Ali had a baseball game today that got canceled because of the rain. Ali, how do you feel about that, man? Did you want to play today?
Definitely. It was a doubleheader. I was looking forward to play. I wanted to get in that work.
That's what's up. And so you play for who, by the way?
For the Aztecs, Southwest Aztecs.
Southwest Aztecs, and yes. What position you play for them?
Usually he switches me up. Sometimes I would play second, short, outfield.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. There you go. Hamza T is back. Welcome back, Hamza T. You got something you want to say to the fans, Hamza T?
Appreciate all you guys for watching every video. You know what I'm saying? I got people coming up to me at school, be like, "Oh, you're from that podcast." I'm like, "Yep." You know what I'm saying?
Nice shirt, by the way. That's that movement shirt right there. Yeah, show that boy off. Turn it back around. Hamza T. That boy Hamza. Represented, got Zach in the building as well. He's rocking the black t-shirts. He's rocking a black t-shirt today. The Movement. What's up, Zach? Welcome back.
What's up?
Alright. Zach is still on his one-word answers, fellas. We're trying, and ladies, by the way, we're trying to overcome that. Eventually, hopefully, we'll end up doing it. And then, of course, you got Yusuf T. Oh, my bad. Ali's rocking a shirt, too. We got to zoom in on Ali. My bad. Ali's rocking a shirt. There he go. He's right there. Cheesing right now. Cheesing for no reason. Even though it's fall season. Alright, the bars are coming soon to y'all, by the way. The bars will be coming soon. But Yusuf David, welcome back.
It's nice having us back. Week 4.
Week 4.
Let's keep going.
It's already a month in, man. Alhamdulillah, man. That's what's up, man. So, let's get the shows on the road, man. Let's get it rolling. First things first, obviously, we got to give a shout out to our sponsors, which is Hanley International Academy and BC Adhesives. The first one I'm going to start off with is Hanley International Academy. Hanley's is a school that treats every student and staff like their own family. It's even in their vision statement, educating your child like our own. I work there. Obviously, there's a bunch of other teachers that these students already know about that work there as well. Hanley International Academy is located on 2400 Denton Street, Hamtramck, Michigan. Their number is 313-875-8888. So shout out to Hanley International Academy. Shout out to all the staff. Shout out to all the admin there, Mr. Paddock, you got Miss Folk, you got Miss McGregor, Mr. Dunn, Miss Kent, Miss Anjico as well. I don't know, she's not there anymore, but still got to give a shout out to her for all that she has done for Hanley International Academy. And we had our first girls basketball game, didn't go so well, but at the end of the day, I'm just happy that sports are officially back. So if you're looking at adding your kid to a great program, come to Hanley International Academy for the athletics as well. So we offer a lot of cool things over there at Hanley. So we appreciate them, and we appreciate you guys. And speaking of Hanley, so let's get right into the conversation. So it was March 13th, Ali Abdullah, okay, in 2020, all right? And you got maybe a text message or a phone call, or your parents probably got a text message and phone call saying, hey, your kid does not come to school. It was probably that Thursday night, actually, which was March 12th. I remember like it was yesterday because we had a volleyball game that day, and we were all confused about what was going to happen. And I remember telling Miss Folk, there's no way we're going to stay open. I was like, college is shut down. There's no way we're going to stay open. and we were younger kids. And that Thursday night, we got the emails, we got the messages, parents got the dojo messages and all that stuff, and basically said that we're in shutdown, your kid does not come to school this Friday. That's what it was for the time being. Was that they don't come to school that Friday, and then everything else was added on after that. So, Ali, when you first heard that news, since I'm already looking at you, what were your first thoughts, if you remember? Because you're an 8th grader at Hanley, if you remember correctly.
Yeah. So first, I actually heard rumors about it. Okay, so, Miss Patterson, also a teacher from Hanley, she was actually talking about, like, how they actually might shut the school down for, just for Friday for now. And, everybody was happy in the class, at the time. And then I was excited too, so, like, I didn't really care. So I just didn't want to really go to school at the time. But then as the time went by, it was tough.
Yeah. We're going to get into that too. We're going to get into that more about how it has affected our lives. But I kind of want to see your reactions when you first heard the news. So, Hamza, I'm going to pass it on to you. When that happened, you were a freshman in high school. So, what were your thoughts on that whole situation?
At first, I was very happy. I ain't gonna lie. Like, once they said no school, I'm like, oh, shoot, bet. You know what I'm saying? And I was happy. And then after that, because we had I skipped midterms and finals as well for that. So I was very happy for that, as well. And then after that, school, and then they said to completely shut down. And I was happy. But they said to bring Chromebooks, and I was mad about that. So we had to do online, wake up early as well. But that's really it.
Yeah, I bet you that first year, because it was like that for everybody. Everyone was in a crazy situation, and everybody was in panic mode. All the schools were in panic mode. Everybody was just like preparing for something that they never had to prepare for ever in their lives. So, Zach, you were a 7th grader. Were you still a big general back then, or did the big general happen over the years?
I was a big general when I was born.
Since you were born?
Yeah.
All right, so he was big general since he was born. But Zach, what were your thoughts on the whole situation? You were there with me at the volleyball game doing the scoreboard.
Yeah, but I knew about it like since December, because like people were talking about it, and like January I knew that, but like I never like really cared about it, because I don't know. Then another day.
How did you know about it, Zach? We need some sources right now, man.
There's people saying it. Yeah, there's people saying it.
People are saying what?
Like there's a virus going on.
Okay, there's a bunch of viruses that going on. There's a lot of viruses.
Yeah, that's what I'm
happen.
saying. That's why I didn't care about it. I'm like.
So then, how were you so confident that when it happened, you're acting like that you knew that it was gonna happen?
No, I didn't know it was gonna happen, but I knew like nothing's gonna that's not a big deal. But that day, I was happy, so happy to go home for a long time, and then they had to do it virtual. Even virtual, I was happy. That's it.
All right. Yusuf David, you were
Sophomore.
And you were at Hamtramck High School at the moment.
Yes.
So, what were your thoughts on that whole situation when the news broke?
I want to come back to what Zach said. He said it was like, we heard about it first back in December. And I remember your wife, it was during winter break, she was saying that there's this virus going around in China, and they're saying this is very big. And at first I was just messing with her, saying, why are you messing around and all that. But then, like we all know, over the months, it got spread more and more across the world. And then 2020 hit. And then, yeah, man, March, that's when it happened. So I'm just like, I was in shock, honestly. Because I didn't never think we would all shut down.
Yeah, we're all kind of in the similar situation when it comes down to that. Make sure we keep speaking the microphones, because I'm looking at the Audacity right now, and it's looking like everybody's low except for me for some reason. But yeah, continuing on now with the conversation about that is, I guess since then, the question now is, how did COVID affect your lives overall, basically? So it kind of broke the story down of how it was when you heard the news, but kind of want to get into now, how did it affect your lives overall in terms of sports, work, school, and everyday life? Like, what kind of impact it has had in your life? What are some things that you have had to do differently now that COVID hit? Because, we kind of hear what the adults have to say, but we never got a chance to really hear what the younger generation has to say, because y'all the ones that kind of been affected by it just as much, if not more, than us adults. So we went around this way. So Yusuf, I'm going to go back around to you now. I'm going to start off with you. So how has it affected your life?
Oh yeah, it for sure affected me both in sports and in school, even in work too. So for school first, like, obviously having to adapt to online learning. That's probably the most hardest part of the whole process, just because of, like, getting sure not seeing the teachers, making online assignments is more difficult. And for the sports aspect, seasons were canceled. Remember, for basketball, even in baseball too. And I mean, yeah, for the work aspect, it was like just showing up. Now sometimes we're even shut down for a couple weeks, and we had to like now wear masks, and it was so protective. We always had to like wear gloves sometimes, and like hand sanitizers literally everywhere. So,
Yeah. Zach, how has COVID-19 affected you?
COVID-19 affected me a lot, you know. Sports. We're about to win the football championship, you know. And I think we're gonna play baseball that year too, but I don't know. I don't remember. And school is not that bad. Just wearing a mask 24/7, especially like over your nose. If it's under my nose, it's not bad, but over your nose,
Is it because you got a big nose, Zach?
no.
Big nose, aka Big General? You sure you never gotten that nickname before?
I don't got a big nose.
Alright. Well, Hamza T, overall, how has COVID-19 affected your life, your everyday life, Hamza T?
So like Yusuf said, it was a positive and negative. So I'm gonna start off with the negatives. So which is doing online work. It's basically like online was basically like a joke. It wasn't even for real. Like people would not even pay attention. People would not even wake up for school. People were just just sleeping, open a Zoom meeting and that's it. Then go back to sleep. Nobody like a lot of people done that. So then the positives were, staying home, chilling with friends, family, going outside. And, like, at first it was very serious. Like, we were wearing gloves, everything. We were wearing very protective masks, multiple masks, some people. And just basically just being very safe.
Yeah, and so when you used to go out during that time period, like, what were your thoughts on the whole situation? Like, those first couple weeks, because everybody was panicking. Toilet paper was gone. For some reason, toilet paper was gone. So, what was your thought process throughout that whole time, Hamza?
I mean, like, at first it was scary, but when I heard about the paper towel and toilet paper, I'm like, what do they need to do with paper towel and toilet paper? Like, they're going to be in the bathroom the whole time? No, but what do you call it? It was pretty scary. Just
Hamza, is
being
it
very
true
safe.
that there's a picture out there of you holding 3 packages of rolls of toilet paper? Hamza, sources may confirm it. Is this true?
I wouldn't be surprised if it's true. I ain't gonna lie.
Ali Abdullah, how did COVID-19 affect your life? You were an 8th grader, man, and we did have high hopes for that flag football season.
Yeah.
But yeah, how did it affect your life?
At first, I was happy, no school till like a couple weeks later or something, until they brought up the Chromebooks. And, I thought it was going to be easy, we got the laptops right here, we got the answers right in front of us. If we needed help, you could just search it up. But it was a little harder than it was just because we had to look at a screen for like 8 hours and plus, So there's good things and bad things about it. And most of the time, when I'm in bed, I'm comfortable. And I'm just doing my work. And sometimes I'll just fall asleep. And that's the school part. But then the sports, we had it was a good basketball season. And yeah, we had a good basketball season.
We did.
And I was really looking forward to the flag football for Hanley, and to hear that was not gonna happen, it was just a bummer.
Yeah, they definitely stole a banner from us. I really do feel like
For
that
sure,
because
100%.
we had a championship team. Heck, we had a championship team with Zach's team, and that team was a roller coaster. So to even have like people like Ali and Luke and people like that to be added to the team, we would have been pretty good that year. And so that kind of just talking about that, makes you wonder, how it has affected your lives. Because like I said, people may have heard the stories of the adults, obviously, but I don't think people have heard the stories of the younger generation and seeing how that affected your lives and stuff like that. So I think it's important for us to share that information as well. And I appreciate you guys sharing that with us. All right. So my next big question is online versus face-to-face. So y'all mentioned school. And so y'all mentioned that y'all had to go to school for over almost a year of online, and before y'all had to go back to face, because y'all went back to face, Hamza, like in January, February last year, right? Like February, March?
So like probably like March, like April, like they said you can go back to school,
Yeah.
but it's gonna be the same thing on Chromebooks. It's just one class, stay in one class.
Yeah. So basically they were gone for a year, literally like a whole year. Zach, y'all too, right? Hanley, we didn't go back till, when did we
March
go back?
1st.
March 1st, yeah, March 1st. So it was literally a whole year, March 13th to March 1st. So online versus face-to-face. In terms of school, what would you prefer? Zach, I'm gonna start off with you.
Like school-wise, like grades and stuff.
Like, what would you prefer as a student, online or face-to-face?
School, cause like school is like more easy.
Face-to-face, you mean?
Oh shit.
He said school.
Face to face, yeah, cause it's easier. Like you get all your work done. Like when you're at home, you be like you be lazy to do stuff.
True.
Okay. So, hold on.
He said, school. Hey, I got him right here, man. I got him ready to go. But Ali Abdullah, I'm going to pass it on to you. But you said face-to-face? That's what you said? Okay. Ali, online or face-to-face? What would you prefer?
Like Zach said, face to face for sure, because we do get lazy, and it's not easy. Cause, like I said, if you're at your bed, it's hard because your body's just relaxed and you're just looking at the computer while you're laying down, and then you're just about to fall asleep in the next 5-10 minutes. But some people got desks, but I do too. But I don't like to use it because I just love being in my bed doing the work. It's just comfortable, but it's bad too at the same time.
There's no way he got the laugh, bro.
What is that?
There's no way you got the laugh.
Those are the OG ones.
Whose laugh is that, Yusuf?
Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard, alright?
Where you getting this from?
I got it right here on my laptop, man. I told you as an app, I need somebody to be on top of it. I don't know if I can keep doing it. Hamza T, online versus face-to-face, what you got?
So honestly, I actually like online better, honestly. And then it's not like I was like lazy. I was actually more active than usual. Like I used to wake up, wash my face, and I had a desk and my laptop, so it's already ready. And I had to scoot in my chair and sit down, open my meeting, and just focus. And then it was actually very easy. I mean, school was pretty easier. You had friends helping, obviously. Nobody's doing it by themselves, but I like online better.
Alright, and then Zechariah Thabit, what you like better, man?
It's me.
I'm sorry, Yusuf Thabit.
I mean, online and in person has their good and bad, but I prefer in person for the main part to make connections with the teachers. That's pretty much it, because like it goes a long way, especially if you see them, greet them every time. It'll help you out. In person is, in my opinion, better.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I as a teacher, we used to think that online was like an easier way of doing things, but we started to realize that it was a hassle because we were responsible for the same things that we would be face-to-face, and we could not get to the students as we could if they were face-to-face. And me personally, like I was behind a screen teaching kids how to be active. And don't get me wrong, the students did an amazing job of cooperating and doing their job in terms of being active and moving around at home. But at the end of the day, and especially for PE, kids don't want to be doing push-ups and sit-ups at 9 o'clock in the morning. They want to be in the gym, having fun and playing. And I can already see that when the kids are back, they just, as soon as they sit in the gym class, they're jumpy and they're excited and they're happy. And that's only for gym, too.
I also want to say this, like I feel like for teachers, I feel like they prefer in person as well.
Yeah,
because
sure.
they want to actually, because some people, if they're online, they don't have their cameras on, they don't see what they're doing and all that. And like, for example, if they call somebody out, they might not be there. So I feel like in person is just overall better.
Yeah, and the teachers definitely, that's the big one, was that the cooperation of students was not there. And oh, here we go. We got ourselves a phone call, our first phone call of today, and it's somebody that we know that's very familiar to the podcast. Caltree!
All day.
All day. Caltrey all day. No, and you know what? It's actually all day Caltrey. That's your new nickname. All day Caltrey. What's going on, Cal?
Same old me, different day.
All right. Well, we're happy to have you on. We're happy to hear you. First question to Caltrey. Cal, you were in school. Were you in school when COVID-19 happened? Were you a senior?
Yeah, I was a senior, yep.
Okay, so can you tell us what your experience was like when that first hit as a senior?
Alright, so it was what? It was in March, right?
Yeah, March 13th, 2020.
Alright, so that's when it first happened. We're like, so they first said, you know, they were like, 3 weeks, you know, till like April something. Like, alright, that can be chilling. And then after that, they just said the whole year. So it was basically a rough year for us. Couldn't graduate. So, and that's how we dealt with it.
Yo, it sounds like you're getting emotional over there. What's going on, man? I'm not bad, man. I ain't mean to ask you no personal questions like this, Caltrey.
No, it's okay. It was still a great year. We still had some senior year, you know, some of it.
Yeah, man. No, but in all seriousness, man, you and people like you that are in the same situation, seniors in high school, seniors in college, even juniors. Their juniors got their situations messed up too, pretty much, and
Yeah.
I feel very bad because that's like years that y'all can never get back. And I mean, alhamdulillah for everything. You graduated, and alhamdulillah, you know, you're a good kid, but it's just very unfortunate because that's stuff that you can never ever prepare for, and you would never expect, and it happened, you know.
And the worst part about it, we were about to do a tournament like that, like a week after, before it even came, but they had to cancel it because of COVID.
Yeah, like we were just talking about it right now, how our sports season had to be canceled and stuff like that too. So, you know, that's all a part of the same situation, man. But Caltrey, I got one quick question for you now. All right, are you ready?
Yep.
All right. So, fantasy, the league that you're in, who is the number one team in that league?
I think it might be Yusuf. I have to check.
Is he the number one team though? That's the better question. Like, yeah, there's people that are number one, but then you know there might be some bad luck or some other things.
Because Big Hans, he got one of your boys, and he got Derrick Henry, so.
That boy Hamza out here didn't even know the name of all his players before the year started.
Man, auto drafted, man.
Yeah, I didn't even know anybody. I just picked auto draft. Well, actually, the first pick was Patrick Mahomes. That's all I did, and then I just
No, the first pick was Derrick Henry.
No, it was Patrick Mahomes.
No, it wasn't.
I don't even know.
It was Derrick Henry.
Was that Derrick Henry?
Yeah, it had to be Derrick Henry because there's no way Derrick Henry fell to you in the second round. So, yeah, what you about to say, Cal?
And I'm playing against Hamza. He's about to take his second L back to back.
I actually won last game. What do you mean take an L? I'm about to take 2 dubs in a row. About to beat you, Khalid.
He put up 200 points last week.
Look at Hamza, man, acting like he's smooth.
He did?
He had Cup and Henry.
Yeah, that was 80 points by themselves.
I freaking mercied
90 points, 80 points.
mercied whatever that guy's name. What's his name?
Manir?
No, Munir beat me. But I made him 100% to 0%. Like I had 100% win rate. He had a 0% win rate.
No, duh, after you win it like that.
No, it was before. Even before the game.
2 minutes left before the game's ended?
I don't know, but.
Alright, anyways, Caltrey, we appreciate the phone calls as always. Any final words you want to say?
No, not really. Shout out to everybody on Oz Meetup. That's it.
Yeah, thank you, man. We appreciate you, Caltrey. You know, always number one supporter, man. Seriously, we love you, Cal.
Yep, love you too.
Yeah, alright, take it easy, man.
Yep.
Alright. Caltrey about to get emotional about his COVID-19 experience. He just woke up, it sounds like, or slowly moving around. But, yeah, man, Ali Abdullah, what's going on, man? You good over there, man?
Yeah,
Everything good?
perfectly fine.
Okay, so my next question, I'm going to pass actually to Hamza because I don't think Hamza has started off a
He
question
actually
yet.
started, but wait, no.
No, he did not. Was
He
that?
did.
Well, everybody got one except for him. That's what I know for sure. So, you know, COVID may have not always been a bad thing. You know, there are some hopefully positives that came out of COVID-19 and quarantining for almost over a year or close to a year. So, top 3 things you did during quarantine, Hamza. I'm going to start off with you.
Alright, so that was my peak, which is quarantine. So I actually started to get into like lifting weights and going to working out and all that. So that's when I started. I started in like like winter time in was it 2019 or 2020, and then that's when I started getting more active. I started playing more sports, basketball, football. I couldn't play baseball because I just only played with him, but I just got more active all in total. Like I've just been working on myself basically.
That's awesome. So, I mean, we got top 3, or we're going to just say be more active? Like, that's the number 1 thing, or you got...
I mean, okay, so number 2, which is I was actually seeing my friends more often, but we just had to be more safer.
Yeah.
And then number 3 was just playing sports. Number 1 is lifting weights, and then
Okay.
playing sports. Yeah.
All right, there you go. So he had lifting weights at 1, seeing his friends at 2, and then playing sports at number 3. Sports that we have yet to see Hamza play, by the way, or have an impact on. No, I'm just kidding. Ali Abdullah, passing it off to you, man. Top 3 things, because quarantine may have not always been a bad thing. So top 3 things that you did over quarantine.
So the top 3 things for me in my freshman year, right? Yeah, my freshman year. So at first, I would say I got to meet a couple new people because we had like an event, so we were like doing a practice and stuff. So I got to meet a couple new people over there at Cass. And second, I'll say meeting the governor.
Okay.
That was a sweet experience.
You're saying during quarantine, right?
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, we're still considered quarantine in a way right now.
I mean,
so.
we were online at
Yeah.
the time, so
Yeah, that counts. It counts. Go ahead. That's number 2, meeting the governor.
and then winning the baseball championship.
The one that you had over the summer?
Yeah.
All right. So he said meeting people from Cass Tech, baseball championship, and number 2 is the governor, and then the baseball championship was number 3. So that was Ali's top 3. Yusuf, your top 3 that you did over quarantine.
First of all, we had a longer summer, so I went out to the park more. I went out to see more friends. That's one thing. Another thing is that I started lifting more weights with Hamza. Not with him, but
Just like him.
yeah, like him.
He got motivated by me.
And then the third thing was just being more aware, like of just everything. For example, there was at one point where I was really what's the word?
Unaware?
No, for about being germs cleaning. That was very
Germophobic?
something that at one point. But then that just got to me. Now I'm better at it now.
Yeah, I think that's a big takeaway is about how unsanitary we were back then.
Yeah.
Not just specific, I'm talking about just in general, the world. People stressing about washing hands when we should have been washing our hands every single time. People stressing about not shaking hands, not being in contact with people, when really we should be like that every time. We should not be sitting here shaking hands with people that we don't even know, where they've been, what they have been doing, and stuff like that. COVID-19, I know a lot of people passed away, and rest in peace, and Allah yarham the people that did have passed away during this time. But it's also a way of a blessing because it showed us how to conduct ourselves and how we should take every single day, appreciate every single day, and how we take things for granted, little things for granted, and it slowed things down for us and stuff like that. But go ahead, Zach. I'm going to let you answer before I go into my top 3. But go ahead, Zach.
Top 3 things is number 1, maybe winning the football championship, and number 2,
The flag football championship, that is. Yep.
number 2, seeing family and friends,
Speaking to the mic, Zach. Make sure you're speaking to the mic, too.
and just number 3, just playing sports like outside of the school and stuff. And that's it.
All right. So that was Zach's top 3 as well, by the way. And to be honest with you guys, I'm going to get y'all my top 3 as well. Number 1 for me was buying the house. We bought our house, alhamdulillah. We got our house in the middle of quarantine. It was literally like a couple months into it. I remember when we were looking for houses that a big news thing that happened before COVID-19, because 2020 was a year of just a lot of different news that was happening that kind of was breaking news in a way. But a big one that happened was Kobe Bryant passing away. I remember we were looking at a house for that, and my realtor came up to me. Yeah, he was with me. Yusuf was with me, and the realtor was like, "Hey, did y'all see Kobe Bryant died?" No, he's like, "Did y'all see who died?" We're like, "Who?" He's like, "Kobe Bryant." And I just met the realtor, so I'm like, "Oh, this dude don't know nothing about sports, dog." He's like, "Kobe Bryant just died." You know what I'm saying? Like, what he talk about? You know? And I just met the guy, so like we're first time meeting each other. I mean, we spoke on the phone. So I was like, oh man, shout out to Kevin McLean, by the way, Kevin Mahomes. I said Kevin McLean. Kevin Mahomes. I went to school with Kevin McLean. Kevin Mahomes, great guy, great realtor as well. And long story short, that day I couldn't even look for houses anymore because we ended up finding out that Kobe Bryant died, and he ended up having his daughter with him and stuff like that. So, you know, it was definitely a strong impacted day. But the reason why I bring that up is because we were looking for houses in the middle of all that quarantine, and then we ended up getting a house. That's number one. Number two was like the launching of Motivate Me 313, which eventually wanted me to launch this right here. You know, when we were at home the whole time, I was like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to just sit at home and do nothing. So I had to do something, and that's what I did. And I saw the impact Motivate Me 313 was having, and so I was like, you know what? This past summer, I decided to take it to the next step. And then number three was just having my daughter. I had a baby girl, Serene, and getting her added to the family. You know, that was another big one as well. And probably should be number one is Serene, to be honest with y'all. But no specific order. But those were three big things that happened during quarantine for myself as well. And before we move on now into the last segment of our show, which is basically the word of the day, I do want to give one last final shout out to our sponsor, BC Adhesives. Shout out to BC Adhesives. They are located in Franklin, Wisconsin. You could go to BC Adhesives for all of your industrial adhesive needs. They do food packaging, book binding, product assembly, and many other industrial services. If you are in need of adhesives for your business or are having trouble with your current adhesive applications, you can contact them by phone, which their number is 1-888-679-9825, or by website, which is www.bcadhesives.com. Shout out to Matt and Terry Cassidy, Ed and Jake as well. Great people over there at BC Adhesives. They literally are like family over there, and so we appreciate them. With that said, it's time for word of the day. And just want to let you know, next week what we will be doing is we will be, instead of just saying definitions, and Ali is shaking his head, we're going to have to get into it, Ali. We got to have some fun with this, alright? Instead of just saying the definitions of these words, we're going to give y'all 4 lines that rhyme, that kind of explains the word that we're talking about, alright? So not this week, we're not going to do that this week. This week we're going to do our normal, you know, explain what that word means to you kind of thing. But starting next week, we're going to use some bars. Get some bars in here, man. We're going to spit some bars. I think that's fun. And we're going to see. And then we're going to have the crowd, or not the crowd, but the fans vote for whoever had the best bars. All right? And go, you know, we could tell them, like, hey, from the 35th minute up, you know, go check it out. We did our word of the day. This is the 4 lines. Who had the best bars? All right? And I think that'll be fun. And it'll be interesting. But today's word is inchoate. Okay, today's word is inchoate. Alright, what is that word? I had no idea what it was until I got the definition, which is imperfectly formed or formulated. So, imperfectly formed or formulated, the word is inchoate. Who should I start off with? Yusuf Dabbit. I'm going to start off with Yusuf. Yusuf's the oldest one. So, the word is inchoate. So, can you please put it in a sentence, or can you please give our people that are watching a way of explaining what that word means?
What's the word again?
Inchoate.
Inchoate. Hold on 1 second. This is the definition.
The definition is imperfectly formed or formulated. So
You can go to me if you want.
go ahead, Hamza.
Yeah, go ahead. Start at Hamza.
Alright, so yeah, I'll give you guys a few examples that I made. So one is something that's inchoate, which is a child's
Inchoate.
life. Yeah, inchoate. Yeah,
Okay.
it's like child's life. So it's like it's barely begun. So basically another definition of inchoate is barely begun. So a child's life is barely begun, you know. And then
That's a very good definition.
Yeah.
Is a child's life, because you know it's not going to be perfect, but it is what it is. That's what you gotta kind of expect as a parent. But so, a child's life is a great definition of inchoate or explanation.
And another example is people's ideas. Like, they're inchoate, they're not perfect. They're obviously going to change something about the idea later on to make it more perfect. So, just people's ideas.
And you should have saved one for Ali, because Ali, look at Ali's face right now. He's looking confused like a mug.
So I'm saying, hold on, so listen, the definition of inchoate, so it's like something that's not, like, certain.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Were you gonna go with something or no?
No,
Alright, Zechariah David. Don't worry about it, man. Just go ahead.
My definition is my nose. I don't know if you can see. My nose is crooked, messed up. Yeah,
So that's your definition of inchoate?
yeah.
Zach's nose is inchoate. Imperfectly formed or formulated, okay? Not bad, not bad. Ali Abdullah, you ready?
Yeah.
Alright, so what is your, not definition, I guess, but how would you put inchoate in a situation or in a sentence?
Can I say when I was younger, when I played baseball, I was like
An inchoate player?
inchoate player. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it or not, that's what my definition was like the girls' basketball team at Hanley.
I was literally going to say a team.
Yeah,
Like a
it's-
rebuilding team in the NFL.
that's exactly what I was gonna say. Our girls' basketball team is an inchoate kind of team right now, but that's fine because they're young. A lot of them are fifth graders. A lot of them are fifth and sixth graders. I think there's 12 girls. I think 9 of them are fifth and sixth graders. So they're young. They're gonna be have their growing pains. I told the coaches just be patient with them, and in 1 or 2 years you'll see the fruits of your labor kind of grow. But yes, that is a great definition. Is a person that had just begun playing a sport. Their tools, their way that they play is gonna be inchoate. Yusuf,
Yeah.
closing it out.
I was going to say the Detroit Pistons. I feel like they're inchoate because they're like, number one pick, Cade Cunningham. Shout out Cade, I'm going to see him next Wednesday. And then,
For what? Their practice? Practice?
yeah, I'm going to see him. He's coming to Cast Tech.
Oh no, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
Is he really?
Wednesday, you can't see him though, because it'll be in person Wednesday. You're online Wednesday.
Is he coming to Cast Tech for real?
No,
Yeah.
I'm not. Next
you are.
week. Next week? No, I'm not.
So yeah, because of the hybrid switches, because Monday your cohort won.
Yeah, I know, but we didn't do 2 weeks. It's
Oh,
2
man.
weeks every time.
Listen, it's 1 week every time. So it's
No, it's
on
not.
Monday, Monday
Because
off.
in the beginning of the school, 2 weeks, we were in school
This
for
guy.
2 days.
Why can't you talk like that the whole time? Your speaker went up this time.
Because
Go
listen,
ahead.
listen. Monday I'm online. I'm in person. Monday you're online. Tuesday I'm online. He's back and forth. So basically, he's gonna come Wednesday, But yeah, I said the Pistons, the rebuilding team, is gonna be excited to see. We'll see how it goes.
He's going Wednesday?
We're coming Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Cast Technical. Alright, Hobbs. Frontier. International. Shout out to man, Hobbs.
You know what's crazy, bro? T Jersey's coming this week too.
Where?
I'm
Why are you laughing?
not
Be
laughing.
serious. Is he coming?
Yeah,
For real?
picture day.
Look at that face. Can't even keep a straight face, man. Alright, so that kind of is what we have for the show for today. I mean, 38 minutes, it is what it is. But we do end it off asking like final words and stuff like that. And, we said we're going to start off with the Hamza's advice of the week. Hamza loves to give his fans advice. Big Hams. Who got more fans, him or Yusuf, by the way? That is the question of the day.
That's not true.
That's not even a question. It's going to be obviously me.
Okay, so Hamza, what is the final word you want to give out there to the followers, to the watchers, man?
So, people think like they get what they want, but you have to actually try to get what you want, you know what I'm saying? Like, make sure you work for it and then you'll achieve it. That's like basically your dream. You got to work for your dream and you'll achieve it one day.
I like that, man. I like that. Seriously, you actually got to work for it. People think it's going to be handed to them when it's not. It's never handed to you. You have to earn it. Zechariah Thabit, I'm going to pass it to you. Any final word you want to say out there for the people that are watching?
Yeah, going back to that COVID situation and like missing out stuff. We had a dodgeball tournament like 3 weeks after, and it got canceled. I just wanted to say we're gonna win. We had the best team formed. We had me, the best dodgeball player at the school. I'm number 1.
That's
And then we had the second best dodgeball player,
Stop you.
Ali. We had the second best dodgeball player, Ali. And then I think we had Yasin too, right?
I don't know.
And we're gonna win,
Yeah.
So I'm like,
No, I do remember that dodgeball tournament being canceled. What are you looking at me for? What you about to say?
Why am I second?
Second best dodgeball player?
Yes.
Why are you looking at me? Look at him.
Why am I second?
He pulled you up.
No, because remember we had that tournament in the, what's it called, Memorial Park?
Yeah.
During the summer, and Zach was better than you.
How?
Wow.
He was catching the ball better, and
I caught the ball too a couple times.
Uh-oh, here we go. We got a debate.
hey, bro, I never got out. I never
yeah,
got
he
out.
never got out. I never see you're good.
No.
But sometimes he'd be too aggressive, and sometimes.
Oh, right. Here we go.
See,
Dang.
The reason why I'm aggressive is because I'd be smart with it too at the same time.
Go ahead.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. The only reason why you stay back is because you wait until someone makes a play.
I was always
And then the other guys go back, and then now you don't know what to do.
Oh.
So I try to
That's
make
why
a
we were
move.
undefeated.
I try to make a move
I was the last
before
one.
they do.
Always in the
Okay.
team, standing alive.
Yeah, right. Because
Exactly,
you're
'cause
already
I was the
waiting for
captain.
someone to make a move, and then
I was
when
the
they throw the ball or do something, they're gonna go back and you don't know what to do.
But can we,
So it's a good thing I make
First
the
of
move
all,
first.
can we all agree that me and Ali did the most?
Oh, 100%.
Crazy, bro.
100%.
It's crazy. I'm like the safety, being the last person. So I'm just saying I was being the safe one. That's why we were undefeated.
No.
If it wasn't for me, I would have all been out.
The smarter
That's
plays
a
are always
lot.
the best.
What is it?
The smarter plays are always the best. Don't always just push up, be the first person to get out. No, that's not smart. Staying back, I think staying back is actually the smart way.
To an extent, not the whole game. You have to be
Yeah,
aggressive at the
exactly.
right times.
Exactly.
100%.
Yeah.
Yusuf, you have a couple, one or two dodgeball championships in your belt.
2 championships, 1 runner-up.
For real?
Oh, but that's for middle school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
6th
mean,
grade.
what else is there? You ain't playing all the dodgeball. Oh,
For the summer, yeah.
Okay, I'm talking about for middle school.
Yeah.
What was your records?
2 championships, 1 runner-up.
You won twice?
7th
Wow.
and 8th grade.
Who'd you beat the first time?
7th grade?
What was sixth grade?
6th grade, I was second.
Oh, that year? Y'all beat us? Y'all were,
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. 6th grade, I was first.
Yeah.
7th, I was second. Yeah, 8th grade, I was first, yeah.
Yeah, they beat us. But my team was depleted.
This guy had Kobe and Keelan, Penn State athletes.
Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot about that too. Kobe was not playing though. Kobe got in trouble with Darren Hill, another athlete going to be D1 hopefully.
All those players, man.
All them boys was on
You
my
had Darren
team.
here.
Damn.
Darren Hill did not play. He was kicked off the day of.
Okay, then how you still have all those players?
Yeah, Chauncey
You
too.
cheated.
No,
Yeah,
I didn't
Chauncey
cheat.
too.
They put them others in. First of all, I was not even one responsible for the tournament. It was Mr. Stabnik and Mr. Waddell. So how did I cheat? They pull out of the hat teachers' names.
Yeah.
So I landed on their team
I know,
with Chauncey,
but you still had-
Aaron, Kalen, Kobe, Paris, all of them.
Dang.
Kobe, Theron, and Chauncey. Chauncey didn't play.
They're like that Miami Heat. We're like the Dallas Mavericks.
Who did you have?
We ended up losing all of them. They had a good team, first of all.
We had Noah
Believe
Burns.
it or not, on paper, they ended up having a better team than us
Like,
when we started to
whoa.
play.
Oh, yeah.
I was like the Rouse factor.
It was
no cap.
me, Kalen, and Dion that was probably good. I think
I
Dion
got
was on
killing
team.
out both games.
Everyone else
Throw 'em
was
out.
out. Everyone else was trash. No offense. Not to be,
Who did you have on your team?
you know.
I don't know if you know.
Nobody's trash, by the way. Nobody's trash.
Noah
Great-
and
great
Simon.
students.
Those were the best players. I had Mr. Waddell.
Yeah, Noah, Simon, Kuba. Don't forget Kuba.
Kuba.
Yeah, Kuba. Remember
You acting like you
Kuba,
can
right?
move around like that, man. You had a better team
We
on
had
paper.
arms. No, yeah, did not. We
On
had
paper, you had a better team, without
we
a
had a
doubt.
better team going into
Are you better
it.
than Mr. Waddell?
Man, come on, man. Don't put me on the spot.
Come on, man.
You always say I'm better than Mr. Waddell. No, I ain't gonna lie to you. Mr. Waddell, low-key solid. He's solid, too, man. I had a good teacher in
Even
that
in
team,
basketball, even
too.
in basketball, he's nice.
Yeah, solid. He knows his role. He knows
Yeah,
what he's
of course.
doing. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Never
listen.
seen
When
you
you're
so-
when you're a coach, you know what you're doing. You know your job in any sport. You know your job. It ain't-
But can we agree, like, I'm the best? Even airtime, gym, I be sliding. You know?
I think I'm actually the best in dodgeball.
I'm just a guy out, step
No,
over the line.
no,
We're in the
let's-
playoff
let's not
dodgeball
talk
game.
about that, all right?
We're in the playoff dodgeball game. He gets to
Listen
the
up,
first
listen up,
position by
listen up.
stepping over the
Listen up,
line.
Zach.
That is a Hamza
Zach,
move.
come
right
on,
there.
bro.
Right? Bro, listen up, Zach. Really had like a freaking airtime, a whole family. It was like 2 sides. Remember that day? And it was me, the last person, and somebody else, and I clutched up with the team. You know what I'm saying? I'm just the best.
What
It
if
doesn't
nobody,
matter if
what
it's
if
the last
nobody
person,
heard
as long
that?
I
as
do
you
not
get the
remember
win.
that scene.
I don't remember that. I
No,
remember that.
like the ball almost fell, and I caught that way. I don't know if y'all remember that.
Bro, he went there with his sisters and his mom, and he
Oh, yeah.
remembers that moment as in just us.
I know
Nah,
that
but
keep
like, honestly, like, I'm actually a very good dodgeball player. Now I'm, best arm, best legs, best everything, something like.
All right. Well, there you go. Anybody want any other final word? You have anything you want to say, Adi?
That's it for me.
That's it for Adi. Happy I just added on a couple more minutes onto the show with that little arguing and stuff. But hey, that's what we're here. We're here to have some fun, and I want these guys to start going at it a little bit more with each other, because that's what entertainment is all about. Having some fun, and it's not. I mean, we're not gonna sit here and agree with each other with everything at the end of the day. Final words for anybody? Nope. Well, thank you to our sponsors again, BC Adhesives and Hanley International Academy. Both of those, we appreciate you. This is another show on the Movement Podcast. Make sure you listen to us on YouTube under Oz Media 313, or you can even, you can watch us on YouTube and then listen to us on Oz Media, Apple, and Spotify podcasts. And you can also follow these guys on their socials. Keep giving them ideas if you can, and we'll make sure that we talk about those things. And shout out to Cal Trey too, man. We appreciate you, Cal Trey. All right.
Wait, are we doing the movement?
Oh yeah, my bad. We didn't even say it in the beginning, man.
Right.
Thank you and welcome. This was another show on the movement.
The movement.
You guys all have a great day, and be easy and have fun and love your family.
Let's go.